This video covers material about blood genetics and the importance of it during blood transfusion and donation processes. The material presented was originally developed by Ivan Caballero and modified and narrated by Alan Rodriguez. This video is made possible by the National Science Foundation funded project Boat of Knowledge in the Science Classroom at Ohio University. Now, I have a question for you. Do you know your blood type? Or do you know if you can donate blood to someone? What about how much blood does a person has? If you answer no to any of these questions, or even if you feel you should review these topics, then I invite you to study with me the topic titled Blood Genetics. Question: are you familiarized with this concept? Do you know what blood genetics is? So let me tell you. Blood genetics is simply referring to the study and understanding of the different types of blood that there are among humans. Let's start our study by reviewing a simple concept. What is blood? Do you know what is blood? Let's do an analogy of the human body and a car engine. Question: can a car engine work properly without oil? What about gasoline? If you answer no, you are correct. The blood is what keeps the body going, such as the oil keeps the engine running. The blood transports the nutrients, oxygen, metabolism wastes, among others, through the body. It provides the body cells with the needed nutrients and oxygen. The blood is mainly composed of red blood cells, white blood cells, which are part of the immune system, platelets, which are responsible for coagulation. Now, if you have ever cut it yourself, you probably noticed that the bleeding stopped after a while. Do you know why this happened? Well, this is the work of the platelets. They prevent blood from being lost from the blood vessels by forming blood clots. But finally, the last main component of blood is plasma. So today we'll focus about red blood cells. So here is our study red blood cell. In the left picture, you see an electron microscope image of red blood cells. And in the right, we see our scheme of a red blood cell that we will be using throughout our study today. Now, we mentioned earlier that blood genetics is the study and understanding of the types of blood between humans. The type of blood is a function of the red blood cells. Did you know this? Probably you're asking now why. So let's see. Here, over our imaginary red blood cell are some molecule receptors called antigens. What is an antigen? Now, an antigen is part of the cell or molecule that an antibody recognizes. So over our red blood cells, there are thousands and thousands of antigens that can be recognized by specific antibodies. The antigen, as we will see, is the part of the cell that distinguishes the type of blood the person has. As you can imagine, the antigen is characterized by different shapes, sizes, and forms. But also in the blood, and according to the type of the blood the human has, there are antibodies. In this slide, we have two imaginary antibodies called Y and U antibodies, respectively. The role of an antibody is to recognize foreign material or cells or organisms in the body, bond to it, which marks the organism, and eventually, with the help of other cells, destroy the foreign organisms. Antibodies are very specific to their host or organism, and they bond to their antigen in a key lock form. To explain this concept, let's look at our antibodies attaching to the antigens in the red cell. Now, which antibody do you think will successfully bind to the antigens in our red cell? The Y or the U? If you said Y, you are correct. So, the antibodies are specific to their antigen. As we said, the antigen has different forms and shapes. So the antigen must have the complementary shape to the antibody's active site. If this is the case, the antibody will destroy the organism it's attaching to. What is the main concept you should get from these past slides? Well, antigens over the red blood cells are the ones who define the type of blood the person or human has. Also, antibodies are responsible for the destruction of foreign organisms in the human body. Now, join me to see the types of blood that exist nowadays in humans. So there are four major blood groups. Type A has only the A antigen, and it has B antibody in the blood plasma. Type B has only the B antigen over the red blood cell, and has the A antibody flowing in the blood plasma. Type A and B has both antigens, A and B, over the red blood cells, and it doesn't have antibodies in the plasma. And type O has no antigens over the red blood cell, but carries both antibodies throughout the plasma. Okay, but now you're answering. Now, how can I relate this to the part of donating blood to another person? How can I know to who I can donate? Or how can I know from who I can receive blood on my own body? So to answer this question, let's review again the four main groups of blood types. So we mentioned before that type A blood has only the A antigen over the red blood cell, and it carries the B antibody in the blood plasma. So question, to who can I donate? To what type of patient carrying what type of blood can I donate type A blood? If your answer was to patients with A and AB type of blood, you are correct. So why is this? Now remember, the antibodies' work is to eventually destroy their host or their organisms. Now if we donate this type of blood to a person having type B blood, that the red blood cells has B antigens, then the antibodies will destroy these blood cells. This is why we cannot donate type A to a type B person. Now, type B has only the B antigen over the red blood cells, but is carrying the A antibody in the plasma. Can you guess to whom can I donate this blood? If you answer B and AB, you are correct. So only patients having type B and type AB blood can be donated type B blood. I'll give you 5 seconds to figure it out to whom can I donate type AB blood. Now, type AB blood has both antigens, but it doesn't have any antibodies. So type AB can be donated only to a person having AB type of blood. Type AB is also known as the universal acceptors, meaning that anybody can donate blood to a person having a type AB blood. Type O has no antigens, but is carrying both antibodies on the blood plasma. So type O is determined the universal donor. As it has no antigens, then this type of blood can be donated to a person carrying either type A, type B, or type AB, or even type O blood. Another question that we asked at the beginning was how much blood I have and how much can I donate? Now, as a fact, an average human I mean anyone ranging from 150 to 180 pounds, has from 4.7 to 5.5 liters of blood. This is translated to 1.2 to 1.5 gallons. Now, the average blood donation does not exceed 1 pint per month, which is about 0.48 liters.